Hello children, today we will be learning a very important topic in maths, that is arithmetic progression of standard 10th algebra. Now you will have to learn arithmetic progression because you are going to give exam of maths, it's there in your syllabus. Secondly, it is not only important for your SSC board examination, but also there are various entrance exams which are including arithmetic progression further in your education. So in 10th standard, you will have to learn the basic of arithmetic progression. Before I begin, let me write one sequence as I wrote it here. Immediately, you have learned it in 9th standard, you must have thought of, yes, natural numbers. It's a set of natural number. Now when I'm writing this is my first term of natural number. Natural number begins from 1. Now to write the second term, from this, 2 is my second term, this is my first term. If I want to get this term to the preceding term, that is 1, what number I must add so that I get 2? It's obvious, yes, 1. So I get 2. Now to get 3, what is the preceding number of 3? The preceding number of 3 is 2. What number I must add to preceding number to get it 3? Obviously, yes, 1. 2 plus 1 give me 3. Similarly here, to the 4, the preceding number is 3. What number I must add to get 4? Obviously 1. To 5, the preceding number is 4. What number I must add to 4? 1, and I get 5. Now this is one of the example. Every time I am adding a fixed number, to the preceding number. Let me write the spelling. Preceding. The number which comes before the particular term which I want to obtain, that is known as preceding number. And a fixed number. This is 1 here. One more example let me take. 1, 3, 5 and 7. Now in this case, my first term is 1 and the second term is 3. To get this 3, to 3 the preceding number is 1. I will write preceding number 1. What should I add to the preceding number so that I get 3? Obviously, yes, correct, Yola. 2, I get 3. Similarly, what number should I add to the preceding number of 5? The preceding number of 5 is, yes, 3. To 3, what should I add? 2, and I get 5. To the preceding number of 7 is 5. What number I should add? Of course 2, and I get 7. So here again I am adding a fixed number, that is 2 every time to the preceding number. Now one more like this example I can take, multiple of 3. 3, 6, 9 and 12. Again you can see, this is my first number. To the 6, preceding number is 3 and I must add 3. I get 6. To get 9, the preceding number is 6. Yes, of course you all are correct. I must add 3. 12, again 9 plus 3, I get 12. So every time I am adding a fixed number to the preceding number. And that is nothing but an arithmetic progression. So when a fixed number is added to the preceding number and the number obtained is the next term, that sequence is called as arithmetic progression. I took the name of a word sequence. let me tell you what a sequence is. The sequence is collection of numbers. It's collection of number. See, collection of numbers in definite order according to definite rule. So collection of numbers in definite order according to definite rule is known as a sequence. So we have begun with some of the examples, and you also know what a sequence is. Let us consider some of our daily life experiences. Now, if a taxi fare or charge is 16 rupees, taxi charge is 16 rupees. For every 1 kilometer further, charges increases by 10. Now you can write that sequence easily, and that will be 16, then 26, then 36, and so on. So it's a collection of number in definite order. Every time number 10 is added, a fixed number is added here, a fixed number 10 is added according to a definite rule to get the sequence. And this is nothing but an arithmetic progression only. Then one more example I will give you of any commodity. Suppose a commodity cost 70 rupees. Cost of any commodity is 70 rupees, and it decreases every year by 10 rupees. So what will be the sequence which we will be obtaining? The sequence will be 70, it decreases by 10. So 60, then 50, then 40, 30, 20, 10, and finally 0. So the sequence which ends are known as finite arithmetic progression, and the sequence which do not end are known as infinite arithmetic progression. So this was just an introduction of the topic arithmetic progression. We will be solving now 3.1 exercises. Let me rub the board, children. So you must have written everything in your notebook by now. Let us go for 3.1 exercise. And before I go for 3.1 exercise, I will tell you what is the proper rule or the formula for arithmetic progression. Now, I'm writing one formula here. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. What do you mean by Tn? Okay, let me write here one thing. 2, 4, 6, 8. Now in this sequence, it's in arithmetic progression only because this is 2. If you add 2 in this preceding term, you get 4. 2, 6 preceding term is 4. If I add again 2, I get 6. 2, 8 preceding term is 6. If I add 2, I get 8. So a fixed number added definitely. So it's a arithmetic progression. Now let us see. All the numbers which are written, they are known as terms. They are known as terms. So here T1 is the first term, T2 is the second term, T3 is the third term, T4 is the fourth term, and Tn is the nth term. Nth term. Okay, any number of term. N can be of any value. N can be 20, n can be 1000, n can be 100, anything it can be. Okay. Now what do you mean by A? A is the first term. N is equal to number of terms. What is D? D is the common difference. Difference between any two consecutive term. Consecutive. What do you mean by consecutive? For example, 4 is there. If you look at this sequence, this is the collection of all even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, according to definite rule and according to definite order. Okay. So after 2, which is this even number which falls? 4. So 4 is consecutive to 4 in even order. 6 is consecutive number of 4. 8 is consecutive number of 6. The one which falls next is known as consecutive term. Is called as consecutive term. So these are the things, these are the terminologies we should know for an arithmetic progression. If I write any number over here on the board, for example, I have written here 2, 4, 6, 8. I could only write 4 term. 5, 6, 7, 8 I can write, and I can tell you because I know 2. If I keep on adding 2 in the preceding term, I can get the next term. But suppose suddenly somebody say me that you find out the 30th term. To find 30th term, that is T30, I have to write down 30 number, and then I can get that 30th term. But by using this formula, I can get the 30th term easily. For example, in this, I want to get 30th term. So T30. In place of n, what is written? 30 is written. Yes? So by using this formula, I'll be giving you some sums based on the formula, and you will have to use this formula extensively in this chapter. So many sums are based on this formula. So many terms you can find based on this formula. Now we will be doing 3.1 exercise to identify whether the term is in AP or not. Let me rub the board. So we go for exercise 3.1. Okay. The first sum is 2, 4, 6, 8, yes, which I had written already, 2, 4, 6, and 8. It says that identify whether the sequence is in AP or not. So, to find out whether the given sequence is in AP or not, what I would do, first I'll write down T1, T2, T3 and T4. Now what will be, to find out whether it is in AP or not, I'll do T2 minus T1. What is T2? 4 minus T1, 2. 4 minus 2 is 2. Now I'll go for T3 minus T2. T3 is 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4, yes, 2. Then T4 minus T3, 8 minus 6. Every time when I am taking the difference of the two consecutive terms, I am getting a fixed number, and that fixed number is nothing but common difference. It is known as common difference. Since the difference between two consecutive terms is same, the given sequence is in AP, and this ends your sum, first sum. Now the second sum is 2 comma 5 by 2 comma 3 comma 7 by 2. Now I'll be rubbing these two numbers and this, and I'll be writing here. We know this is term 1, term 2, term 3 and term 4. T2 is 5 by 2 and T1 is 2. So do cross multiplication. 5 minus 4 upon 2. See, this is known as cross multiplication. This arrow means 1 goes to 5 and get multiplied. 1 into 5 is 5. 2 into 2 is 4. In the middle minus, so minus. 2 ones are 2. So what do I get? I get 5 minus 4 is 1 by 2. Similarly over here, term 3 is for 3 minus term 2 is 5 by 2 upon 1. If no denominator, every number has denominator, that is 1. So multiply, cross. This arrow indicate that even denominator get multiplied with one another because in the middle minus is there. So 2 3s are 6 minus 1 5s are 5 upon 2 1s are 2. 6 minus 5, 1 upon 2. In this section, I'll write it here. T4 is 7 upon 2 minus 3 upon 1. Multiply this. What? 1 7s are 7. 2 3s are 6. 2 1s are 2. So what I get? 7 minus 6 is 1 by 2. Every time when I am finding the difference, I am getting it same. 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So the common difference is same. I am writing CD. You will have to write down in your notebook. The common difference is same. That is 1 by 2 between the two consecutive terms, and therefore the given sequence is in AP. Okay. Now I am rubbing. You must have noted, children. I am waiting for you so that you can copy it down. Okay. Now the next sum. Today I'll be finishing one exercise. The next sum is minus 10, minus 6, minus 2. Let me write it here. Minus 10, minus 6, minus 2. Then comma 2 and dot, dot, dot. Okay. Again, term 1 is minus 10, term 2 is minus 6, term 3 is minus 2. So I want to find out whether it is in sequence or not. Looking at minus, children must be scared. Oh, minus is there, how we will do? It's not like that. It's very simple and easy. See, let me write it bigger. So in video it will be visible for you clearly. T2 minus T1. What is T2? Minus 6. Now see this minus I am writing. And the T1. What is T1? Minus 10. See here children make mistake. They will write term 2. And when they want to write minus, they will write minus 10. They will not write this. That is what you all make mistake. See, what is the formula? T2, so T2. Minus, so minus. And then T1, what is T1 minus 10? When I open, minus minus plus, minus multiplies with minus becomes plus, 10. And one term sign is minus. This term sign is plus. One is minus, one is plus. Subtraction 10 minus 6 is 4. Now next one, T3 minus T2. See, T3 is minus 2. Then we have minus sign. So I'll write minus sign. Then we have T2. What is T2? Minus 6. Again, minus 2 minus minus will become plus 6. One term is minus, one term is plus. So subtraction 6 minus 2 is 4. Now here I have not written any sign. The sign of the greater number is plus. Sign of the smaller number is minus. Always we write the sign of greater number. Here also sign of the greater number is plus, sign of smaller number is minus. So I write here 4. Now next one is T4 minus T3. What is T4? T4 is 2, then minus, pay attention, T4 is 2 and then minus, and what is term 3? Term 3 is minus 2. Yes. Now 2 minus and minus will become plus as usual. 2 plus 2 which becomes 4. So every time the difference is same. So common difference is same, that is 4, and therefore the given sequence is in AP. Therefore the given sequence is in AP. Now we go for the next sum. I hope you must have copied it. Okay? Yes. Now here the terms are 0.3, 0.33. Let me write it here. The first term is 0.3. Next term is 0.33. Then 0.333. Okay, and so on. And we want to say whether it is in sequence or not. Looking at the C, one is 0.3. Then one more decimal, one digit is added here. Then here one digit is added. Next digit you can write 0.33334 4 times, then 5 times, then 6 times. Okay. Now let us see whether it is in AP or not. So as we know, this is term 1, this is term 2, this is term 3. Okay. So to find out the difference, T2 minus T1, what is T2? 0.33 minus term 1, that is 0.3. Now here children, I know you all make mistake, and that is subtraction. Subtraction, most of the children are making mistake. This is 0.33. 0.33, and I want to subtract this. 0.3. What children do you know? They write 0.3. No. Below point, write point of the next term. And after point, what is there? 3 is there. And do the subtraction. 3. Here nothing is there, so 0. 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. Point below will come point. 0.03. So the common difference, the difference is 0.03. Now the next one is T3 minus T2. What is T3? T3 is equal 0.333 and minus 0.3 and 3. Now again subtraction, 0.1, 2 and 3. Below point I'll write point, then next 2 digits, and I'll do the subtraction. 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. 0.0. So what is the common difference I'm getting here? No, what is the difference I'm getting between these two terms? This is 0.003. Now in the first case, T2 minus T1 is 0.03. In the second case, the difference is 0.003, which is not same. Here after decimal only one zero is there. But here after decimal two zeros are there and then the digit 3. And therefore, the common difference is not same between two consecutive terms. And therefore, given sequence is not in AP. Looking at this, you can write down directly so many terms, but this is not in AP because the common difference is not same. If the difference between the two consecutive term, any two consecutive term is same in a given sequence, then only the given sequence will be in arithmetic progression. Otherwise, it won't be in arithmetic progression. Now let us go for the next sum. Children, chalk and duster is the best for teaching mathematics. Now the next sum is minus 4 minus 8 minus 12. Minus 8 minus 12. And we want to say whether the sequence is in AP or not. This is term 1, term 2 and term 3. As usual, you will be doing T2 minus T1. T2 is minus 8, then minus this minus, and T1 is minus 4. Minus 8, minus and minus. Minus is outside the bracket, minus and minus will become plus 4. Minus 8 plus 4 is minus 8, 1 is minus, 1 is plus, so difference. So the subtraction, 8 minus 4 is 4. But sign, which number is greater? 8 is greater, 4. Of course, 8 is greater. And what is the sign of 8? Minus. And therefore, the difference comes is minus. Now let us see for the next one. T3 minus T2. What is T3? Minus 12. Then this minus, minus T2, that is minus 8. Again, minus 12, minus minus multiplied becomes plus 8. Here 1 is minus and 1 is plus, so you will do subtraction. 12 minus 8 is 4. Which number is greater? Yes, 12 is greater, 8 is smaller. What is the sign of 12? Minus. So I'll write here minus. So when I did the difference of two consecutive terms, I am getting same number. Common difference or the difference between two consecutive terms is same. This is the way of writing answer. Therefore, the given sequence is in AP. Is in AP. So note it down. We'll go for the next sum now. Let me keep it as it is, so again and again I don't need to write. Okay. The next sum is, now the next sum is minus 5 by 2, minus 5 by 2 and minus 5 by 2 dot dot dot. So this is term 1, term 2 and term 3. Let us find the difference. T2 minus T1. T2 term 2 is minus 5 by 2 minus this minus, and the term 1 minus 5 by 2 minus and minus, minus 5 by 2, minus minus will become plus 5 by 2. Both are opposite in sign and magnitude is same. Therefore, they get cancelled and you get 0. Now next, term 3 minus term 2. This is known as difference. Difference means minus between the two consecutive terms. T3 is minus 5 by 2 again, minus this minus, then term 2 minus 5 by 2. If I open the bracket, minus 5 by 2 minus minus plus 5 by 2 minus and plus subtraction, but magnitude is same, therefore they get cancelled and you get 0. Now there are only 3 terms. The difference between the two consecutive terms, we are getting 0. Difference is same, therefore the given sequence is in AP. Now the next sum, children, if you have noted down, okay, I'll rub it now. The next sequence or the, yes, next sequence is 3, then 3 plus root 2. It's very easy not to get scared. 3 plus 2 root 2, and the next one is 3 plus 3 root 2. Looking at this, children may get scared, but it is not so difficult. It's very easy once you understand the concept. Okay. As it is written, we have to follow the rule T2 minus T1. We will find out this is term 1 and this is term 2. This is term 2. Not like this T1, T2, T3. This entire is term 2. Then this is term 3. I'll write below. Term 1, term 2, and this is term 3, and this is term 4. So T2 minus T1. Okay. T2. What is T2? 3 plus root 2 minus T1. T1 is 3. So this is plus 3. Sign of 3 is plus and the sign of 3 is minus. So they cancels each other and you get 2 root 2. I'm sorry, I have written here 2 root 2, sorry. The term 2 is 3 plus root 2. 3 plus root 2 minus first term, that is 3. This and this term get cancelled, left is root 2. Now term 3 minus T2. T3 is 3 plus 2 root 2. 3 plus 2 root 2 minus term 2. Now I'll be writing bracket as there are 2 numbers. 3 plus root 2. Bracket close. I'll be rubbing it. Okay. Now see. 3 plus 2 root 2 minus. Now outside the bracket minus is there, so minus. I open the bracket 3. Minus into plus minus root 2. If outside the bracket minus is there, all the sign will change which are inside the bracket. So now here, this is plus 3, this is minus 3. They cancels each other. 2 root 2 minus root 2. That means 2 mango minus 1 mango. 2 mangoes minus 1 mango. So you get root 2. 2 root 2 minus root 2 is 1 root 2. That is root 2. Now next one is T4 minus T3. T4 minus T3. Let me write this here, root 2. Okay. So T4 is 3 plus 3 root 2 minus T3 is 3 plus 2 root 2 bracket close. I'll open the bracket for subtraction. See here, 3 plus 3 root 2, 3 plus 3 root 2 minus 3. This is plus outside bracket minus, so minus plus will become minus 2 root 2. Yes, children? Yes, it's very simple. Now this is plus 3, this is minus 3. It get cancelled and you are left with 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. 3 root 2 minus 2 root 2. Yes, this will be root 2. See, when you did the subtraction between the two consecutive terms, you got one time root 2. Second time also you got root 2. Third time also you got root 2. So, difference between two consecutive terms is same, that is root 2, and therefore the given sequence is in AP. Okay. Note it down, children. I give some time. You can also pause the video. Once I upload it in the YouTube, then you can pause and see it again and again, and you can learn the steps which you have not understood. That is the benefit. Now I rub it and write the next sum. The next sum is 127, 132, 137. 127, 132 and 137. We want to say whether it is the sequence given is in AP or not. Let us do it as simple as you have done earlier sums. Yes, term 2 minus term 1, term 3 minus term 2. There are only 3 terms. Term 2 is 132 minus term 1, 127. Yes. 127 minus 132, yes. Yes, 132, 127. How much it will be? 27 plus 3, 30. 3 plus 2, 5. So it will be 5. Now here term 3 minus term 2. Term 3 is 132 minus term 3 is 137 minus term 2, 132. So 137 minus 132, 37 minus 32 is 5. Here again we get difference same between two consecutive terms. Since the difference between the two consecutive terms is same, and what is that difference? That difference is 5, and therefore the given sequence is in AP. We are done with question number 1 of 3.1 exercise. We will begin now question number 2 of 3.1 exercise. Please note it down. Okay. So 3.1 question number 2, write an AP whose first term is A and the common difference is D. Here it is given first term is A and common difference is D. So how can you write down the AP? Let us see. Now we know previous question number 1 we have done. To find out the common difference, we use T2 minus T1 is equal to D. So I am shifting this T1 here and I am getting T2 is equal to D plus T1. D is how much? 5. T1 is first term. A is nothing but T1, which is 10. So I'll write 10. I'll get 15. So my first term T1 is 10, T2 is 15. Now I want to get term number 3. T3 minus T2 is D, as it is in AP only. So T2 will go this side, and let me rub it and write it, plus T2. So D is 5 plus T2 is, I am getting here 15. So I am getting 20. So my next term is 20. Now next one is T3 minus T2 is equal to D, term, sorry, T3 minus T2 not, T4 minus T3 is D, as I got T3 already. So I'll shift it here, D, T3. So T4 is equal to D plus T3. D is 5 plus term 3 is 20, which is equal to 25. And I get here 25. So 4 term we should find up to. If in exam they are asking find 3 terms, so up to 3 term, that is term 1, term 2, term 3 and term 4. If up to 4. Question number 2, where A value is given minus 3 and D value is given 0, and we want to find AP whose A is minus 3, T is 0. Let us see. T2 minus T1 is equal to D, as it is in AP, minus T1 will go this side. Let me rub it and write plus T1. D is 0 plus this sign, bracket, term 1. Term 1 is nothing but A, which is minus 3. A is only known as term 1, the first term, and T1 is minus 3. Plus minus will become minus 3. So the second term is minus 3. The sequence, first term is minus 3, second again I got minus 3. Now T3 minus T2 is equal to D again, minus 2 will shift here, I'll rub it, plus T2, which is equal to D is 0 plus sign, and term 2 is minus 3. Here I got minus 3. So bracket minus 3, 0 plus minus minus 3, which is equal to minus 3 again. One more term. T4 minus T3 is equal to D. Again rub it. Write plus T3 is equal to D is 0 plus this plus. Term 3 is minus 3. Therefore 0 plus minus minus 3 is equal to minus 3. So the fourth term is also minus 3, as the difference given between any two consecutive term is 0. Therefore all the terms in the AP will be having same term, that is minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. Now the next sum, where A is minus 7 and D is given 1 upon 2. So you will use the same formula. Term 1 is nothing but A, and here A is minus 7. As per the rule, T2 is equal to, now I am using directly D plus T1. You know from where it has come? By taking it this side. Now D is 1 upon 2, sign plus, and term 1 is minus 7. Now here 1 upon 2 plus minus minus 7 upon 1, if denominator is not there. cross multiply with one another. 1 into 1 is 1. 2 into 7, sign is minus, middle. 2 into 7 is 14 upon 2 ones are 2, which will be minus 13, because see 1 is sign plus and here sign of 14 is minus. 1 minus 14 is minus 13 by 2. So your first term is given minus 7. Second term is minus 13 by 2. Now for the third term, I'll be writing it here. Term 3 minus term 2 is equal to d. T2 will go there this side. T2, d is 1 upon 2 and plus term 2 is minus 13 by 2. Plus and minus will become minus 1 upon 2 minus 13 upon 2. Denominator is same, therefore I can subtract them directly, or I will write 1 minus 13 by 2. Since they have the same denominator, so you can easily subtract them or write them 1 or 1 minus 13. So 1 minus 13 will give you minus 12 by 2. Minus 12 by 2, 2 6 za. So answer is minus 6. Third term. Now for the fourth term, I'll rub this, children, if you would have noted down. Yes. For the fourth term, T4 is equal to D plus T3. D is 1 upon 2 plus term 3 is minus 6 upon 1, because there is denominator in the first term. 1 will multiply with 1, 1. 2 will multiply with minus 6. Here plus in the bracket I'll write 2 6 are 12, that is minus 12 upon 2 ones are 2. Now here it is plus minus minus 1 minus 12 upon 2. 1 minus 12 is minus 11 by 2. So your fourth term is minus 11 by 2, and so on. So 4 term minimum you are supposed to find out, if you have noted. Now we go for the next sum, that is fourth sum. I am rubbing, children. Fourth sum, the A is equal to minus 1.25 and D is equal to 3. The common difference is given 3. To find out the terms, T2 is equal to D plus T1. D is 3 plus bracket T1 is minus 1 point half. A is equal to term 1, which is minus 1.25. Never to forget, right, the first term. So first term is minus 1.25 and we have here 3 plus minus minus 1.25. Now when I want to subtract, this is very important. Previously also I said I want to subtract from 3 1.25. So 3.00, because there is no digit after point. This is 0 to be taken into consideration. 1.25 minus, see how to subtract it. From 0 I cannot subtract 5, therefore I will go to this number. But still again here 0, I cannot get anything from here. I will come back to this number. Now from here I will take 1 and remain here 2. That 1 will come here, it will become 10. Again this will be, from 10 I can borrow 1 and here left is 9. This you have learnt in your primary section. But there are some children who really find it difficult to subtract such numbers. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. Point below will come point. 2 minus 1 is 1. So your second term is 1.75. So when I'm writing the AP here, AP first term is minus 1.25, second term is 1.75, then third term to find out. Let me write here 3 D plus T2. Let me 3 plus term 2 is which one? 1.75. 1.75, and this will be plus 1.75. Now how to do plus? Similarly, you will be writing again 3.00 1.75 1.75. Do it. 0 plus 5 is 5. You don't need to borrow anything as it's addition. 0 plus 7, 7. Below point will come point. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4.75. So my term 3 is 4.75. Now for term 4, if you would have noted, okay. Term 4, D plus term 3, 3 plus term 3 is what? 4.75, 4.75, 3 plus 4.75. Now let me add here 3 plus 4.75. So 0 plus 5 is 5, 0 plus 7 is 7, below point will come point, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7.75. So answer will be 7.75. My term 4 is 7.75. So on. Now we go for the next sum, that is fifth sum. If you would have noted, question number 2, sixth sum. Yeah, question number 2, sixth sum. We will go for. I'm rubbing it. These are the things which should be very careful about: the decimal, the subtraction, the sign of greater number. Now in question number 5, I think it's question number 5, not 6. Term A is given 6 and common difference is given minus 3. And you need to find out the arithmetic progression. A is nothing but term 1, so A will be 6. Let us write. T2 is going to be D plus T1. D is minus 3 plus term 1 is 6. It's very simple. 6 minus 3 is 3. So your term 2 will be 3. When you are writing arithmetic, 6, 3, Now, term 3 is going to be D plus term 2. D is minus 3 plus term 2 is 3. Minus 3 plus 3 will be 0 and you will get 0. Now, term 4 will be, let me write here, term 4 will be D plus term 3. D is minus 3 plus term 3 is 0. The answer is minus 3. and this was 5th if you have copied. Okay, now question number 6. Sum number 6 of question number 2. A is given equal to minus 19 and common difference is given equal to minus 4. Therefore, T2 is equal to D plus T1, and what is D? Minus 4 plus. Term 1 is nothing but A, which is minus 19, which will come minus 19. Minus 4, open the bracket, plus minus will become minus 19. Now both the term are having minus sign, therefore they will be added. It will be minus 23. 4 and 19 will be added because both sign are same, but the sign of the greater number, your greater number is minus, and therefore the sign will come here minus. So your term 2 is minus 23. Term 1 is minus 19. Term 2 is minus 23. For term 3, D plus T2. What is D? Minus 4 plus. Term 2 is minus 23. Open the bracket. Minus 4. This minus 4 plus minus will become minus 23. Both are minus. This number sign is minus. This number is also minus. So they will be added. It will be 27. 23 plus 4 is 27. But sign of greater number minus. So your third term is minus 27. Now, question number 3 of 3.1 exercise. If children you have written. Now in question number 3 of exercise 3.1, we will be learning how to find out the first term and the common difference. Let us see. Now 3.1, question number 3. The question is, find the first term and the common difference. Now common difference for AP means the terms are, the sequence which is given is an AP and we want to find out the first term. Yes children, I hope now you know what is the first term. Now many of you must be answering, and that is right. Yes, A is equal to 5, which is nothing but term 1. Now common difference we want to find out as we did in question number 1 of 3.1 exercise, that is T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2, any one we can take. First we should write down here A is equal to T1, this is T2, this is T3 and this is T4. So if I am writing T2 minus T1, what am I getting? Term 2 is this minus T1, which is 5. So 1 minus 5 is 4, sign of greater number minus 4. Now term 3 minus term 2, that is minus 3 minus term 2 is 1. Both are having minus sign, therefore both the numbers will be added, 4 and sign minus. Now the next, term 4 minus term 3, term 4 is minus 7 minus term 3 bracket minus 3, which is minus 7. Pay attention children here, very important, minus 7. Now minus minus will become, yes, plus, and this will be 3. minus 7 plus 3. Now 1 is having the sign minus, 1 is having the sign plus. So what will be there? Subtraction. So 7 minus 3 will be 4, but sign of greater number. Which number is greater, 3 or 7? 7. What is the sign of 7? Yes, minus. So common difference which we got is equal to minus 4. That means D is equal to minus 4. For question number 3, sum number 1. Note it down, children. Now question number 2. That is sub question 2. And the AP is given 0.6, 0.9 and 1.2 and 1.5. I am trying to write in bigger words so that you can clearly visualize it. Term 1 is nothing but A, and that is 0.6. And as you know, T2 minus T1, T1, T2, T3, T4. So T2, let me rub this. Okay. Term 2 is 0.9 minus, term 2 is 0.9 minus term 1 0.6. So subtraction here, 0.9 minus 0.6. Remember, always below point should come point, whatever it is. So 9 minus 6 is 3, 0.3. So you get here 0.3. Term 3 minus term 2, this is term 3, 1.2 minus term 2, 0.9. So I write here, see, 1.2 minus, so 1.2 minus 0.9, below point came point, 2 minus 9 cannot be possible, therefore I'll be going here and taking the number 1 here, it will be 0 here, 12 minus 9 is 3.0. So 0.3 again. Now in next T4 minus T3, T4 is 1.5 minus T3 is 1.2. It's very simple, directly you can do. See, 1.5 and 1.2 minus 5 minus 2 is 3, below point will come point, 1 minus 1 0. So again here 0.3. So the difference is 0.3 and A is 0.6. This is the question they are asking you. It can be asked for 1 mark. Now question number, sub question number 3. Sub question number 3, and the AP given is 127, 135, then 143, 151, we want to find out the term A. Yes, what is term A or term 1, children? Yes, of course it is first term, that is 127. Then common difference we want to find out. You will follow the same, T2 minus T1, T2, let me write here T1, T2, T3 and T4. Now comes T2 is 135, minus T1 is 127. So when you subtract, I think we have done previously 135 minus, that was 132 I think. 127, this is 3 and 5, 8. Easy, 8. Then T3 minus T2. T3 is 143 minus T2 135. Again 135 plus 5, 5 plus 3, 43. That is 8 again. 5 plus 3, 8. Then T4 minus T3, 151 minus 143. 143, then 750 plus 1, 8. That will be 8. So common difference which we got is 8 here. And the term A, or that the term first, is 127. Now we go for the next question, that is next sub question of third sum. Question number 3 ka fourth sum. Yes. That is 1 upon 4, question number 4, 1 upon 4, comma, 3 upon 4, then 5 upon 4, and 7 upon 4. And we need to find out the common difference and A. Okay. This is term 1, term 2, term 3 and term 4. They are all in AP, already given from an AP, for an AP. So A is equal to term 1, which is 1 upon 4. You know, T2 minus T1 is equal to, T2 is what? 3 upon 4 minus, term 1 is 1 upon 4. It becomes very easy to solve. See, this fraction has the denominator 4, this also has the denominator 4, so common denominator can be written as 4. 3 minus 1, which is 2 upon 4, 2 ones are 2s are, so answer is 1 upon 2. Next one, T3 minus T2. T3 is 5 upon 4 again. Then this minus T2 is 3 upon 4. And I can write, as the common denominator is there, here also 4 and here also 4. So I can write commonly 4, and 5 minus 3 I can write as it is. 5 minus 3 is not by, it is by 2 by 4. 2 ones are 2s are, so I get 1 by 2. And same as you will do T4 by T3, I'll leave for you this sum, T4 by T3, and definitely you will get 1 by 2 only. So common difference we got here as 1 by 2, and your A term is 1 by 4. Children, we are done completely for 3.1 exercise. We will be seeing 3.2 exercise in our next video. Thank you, children.